Yo, what's happening, 2K family? 2K Mechanic back with another no money spent video for you guys. And in today's video, I got a real treat for you guys. You know, we kind of did a lot in this episode, which took me so long to kind of pull it together. But I think it would be a good episode for you guys to kind of go over what all I was able to accomplish in this video. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to give our channel a subscribe. I post daily 2K content for current gen and next gen, so feel free to tap in. So, and also like up the video, y'all. Helps put us in the algorithm and also helps push the video out to our current subscriber base. Anyway, y'all, so this episode is kind of tracked over 3 days. So the first day when I had planned to play, I just got on and I did a few quests to kind of get my quest up to date. It took me about 2 hours of kind of going through the quests and progressing the story a little bit without playing any My Career games, right? So I did all the music quests, I did all the career quests, all the little, the little quests, the little photo quests and all the stuff like that. So, we'll start from day one. Day one, I was able to, we did the daily quest for the box jumps. So this is a quest in front of the Gatorade facility. So they gave me 750 VC, right? Then I had a daily quest from a storefront. I don't know if that was Lozo. I think it was Lozo, right? And that netted me 500 VC, right? And then we got a quest from J. Cole, Music World Park, to play in the park games. So that quest gave me some VC, and then the actual game itself gave me about 447 VC, right? And this is all the first day, y'all. And then he had another quest where you would play, I think you had to play 5 games on the Dreamer's Court. Dream a Little Dream Games was the name of the quest. So we played 5 games, right? And we were able to get some VC from each of those 5 games. So I calculated that up into the day 4 total. And on the total for day 4, we only made like 4,130 VC. Because I wasn't on that long. I was kind of going back and forth and stuff like that. I felt like I wanted to play, but it was late when I got on. So, and then I just didn't feel like playing any games and trying to track all that and record all that. It was kind of a big burden, so I didn't feel like doing that on day 1. On day 2, now see, day 2, we got an interesting surprise. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but you can check out my AFK method for making VC, right? So I had an AFK method for making VC. So, or somebody presented an AFK method for making VC, which is the My League way. And then I researched it on YouTube and I found out Hambo had a particular way that he's had it set up. So I followed that method. You guys can check the video on the channel if you're interested in that. And essentially what that did is allowed me to be kind of AFK each hour and still generate VC. Now you could do this method on Xbox, but you won't generate as much VC as PlayStation, because on PlayStation you can use 2 systems, current gen and next gen, to generate VC at the same time, since they work on 2 different systems and you can play on the same account per each system, right? If on PlayStation you can do that, but on Xbox it won't allow you to play the same game on the same account, right? You'll get kicked out of one or the other, so you won't be able to use the dual method to get the VC. So what I came up with was, if you left it by itself, right? If you left it by itself, that means I left it to go for an hour, then I could generate on one console 1100, on the other console 1100 VC an hour, which is 2200 VC an hour. Not bad for being AFK, right? And then the game just kind of play out, right? But the method to get the most VC is, and that's if you put it on 12-minute quarters. If I put it on 2-minute quarters and I'm actually there, then I could do it on both systems, just spamming the X button. But I found a little trick. I got controllers for days for my PS4 and my PS5. I got like 4 controllers for my PS5, but I have turbo controllers, right? If you have a turbo controller, then you just program the X button to kind of hit the turbo, and then that's how you can just be idle, and then they'll skip all the timeouts, it'll skip all the halftime show, it'll skip everything, right, for me. And I put it on both consoles, right? So in 10 minutes, I can make 300 VC per each console, right? So in an hour's time frame, I can make 3,600 VC. You see what I'm saying? 300 on PlayStation 5, 300 on PlayStation 4. So 600. So I can make 3,600 VC an hour using that method. So when I'm in my computer editing, that's what I did that second day. And when I was away from the computer, let's say I had to go run errands or do other things, then I left it idle, right, for an hour, and I'll come back and change it wet. So long story short, using that method, we made like I think it did like 10,000 VC just using that method and not really playing any games. All right, so what I did the wheel spin, didn't get anything from that. I did Mort's Photo Quest, which is in Swags. That gave me 500 VC. I did Music Trivia, right? That gave me 500 VC. I did the little J. Cole daily quest where you go and play on the Dreamers Court, right? That gave me 500 VC from that quest, and then like 300 or 400 VC from actually playing the game, right? Then I did the music store trivia. That gave me 500 VC, right? And then later on that day, I came back and did J. Cole's other daily quest, which was I had to get like 150 total points plus contests and stuff like that. And that took me about 12 games. And in those 12 games, I averaged about 375 VC. So that's 375 VC times 12, right? So I think that is 375 times 12 is 4,500. So we took the 10 plus the 4,500 plus the 3,000 is something that we made from just doing a daily quest. So on day 2, we made, which would be day 5 for those following along, we made 17,250 VC. Okay. Now let's go into day 4 or day 3, day 6 if you're following along on if you got the chart up, right? So day 6 or day 3 in this ordeal was when I played the actual games, right? We played the actual games. First we did the wheel. We got 500 VC off the wheel, right? Then we did J. Cole's daily quest. We got 830 from that, 500 from the quest, 830 or 330 from the actual game, right? Then we did music trivia again, and I put I don't think you guys can use it, but music trivia 4, I put that on the channel for those that was looking for that. We did Jake. Then when we started playing games, we got Jake from State Farm. We had to go, we did the little posing thing. We got 600 VC from that. First game we played. All right, y'all. So the first game we played was against Minnesota, and they had Rudy Gobert, and Rudy Gobert was a handful, y'all. Like, this was probably the first game I had where, you know, I got my lunch money took. I got took to school. Rudy Gobert was very fast off pick and roll. I think Rudy Gobert is like 7'2", 7'3" in the game. He was tough to score against. The drop step wouldn't work against him, right? Even the rolling to the rim wouldn't work against him, right? So, you know, we had a tough time with Rudy. You know, when they finally did sub us out, or we got switched on to a smaller player, we were able to have a little more success. But overall, that game for me we ended the game with 11 points, 13 rebounds, 2 blocks, 1 assist, and 1 steal. We had a pretty decent teammate grade of an A, right? But we only made 1,151 VC off of that game, y'all. So it wasn't that great. And like I said, on the last day, I did get back into my routine. So I did do blacktop like 10 times to get that 2,000 VC. So, you know, don't forget to count that in there. I may not show it on the screen, but don't forget that we did run blacktop 10 times total to get that 2,000 free VC. It's just so easy to get the VC from that. You know what I mean? So, of course, we did the drills. Then we come back and we run the second game, right? And then the second game we played, we played against Washington again. I think I said this in the previous video when we played Washington, like Porzingis is the center, Porzingis is 7'3", and it's just tough to score on Porzingis, y'all, for me, where I'm currently at, right? And I do want to let y'all know, I upgraded my physical attributes because I feel like I was a little too slow. So I went ahead and upgraded my physical attributes, my speed, excel, strength, and vert, just to give myself a better chance, coming off the pick and roll, to slide my feet and be able to get back in front of defenders, because the CPU plays, they do the pick and roll extremely well, y'all. They do the pick and roll extremely well. So I wanted to make sure that, we had, so a good chance out there when we played the better players in the league, you know what I mean? And then it just felt better when we did it like that. But long story short, I only got like a B plus. I only got like a B plus in the game against Washington. I had 14 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 blocks, which wasn't too bad, right? But from a monetary standpoint, with the B plus only, we only got 1,023 VC from the game, VC grade, and then the stats weren't that great, so we didn't get a good grade from that. But one thing I will say, as far as badges that you probably, if you're playing big, badges that are underrated, slippery off ball is underrated. That just helps you, like on the pick and roll, it helps you slide by the defender so well, right? That's an underrated badge. Our Mama Brinkley workouts for Mama Mentality, right? Get the Mama Mentality badge. So we got the Mama Mentality badge. It only costs us, we got 500 VC from that. Then, game three, we went up against New Orleans, and I ate in this game going up against New Orleans. I think we had like an A plus early. So, and I think we were going up against Willie Hernan Gomez. So he was, he was easy to slip past and get to the rim, set screens and stuff like that. So, we had a really good game against the Pelicans. I wanted to say Hornets, but we had a really good game against the Pelicans. We had 20 points, 17 rebounds, almost 20-20, and we barely won that game though. We barely won that game at the end, right? I had 3 blocks, a teammate grade. I made 1,287 VC from this game, which is pretty dope, right? So yeah, we did that. And then, we did the little quest where you drop off the flyers. That gave us 500 VC, right? So, and then after that, we played the final game. And that final game was against OKC, where they had Chet Holmgren at the center position. And Chet Holmgren, he wasn't bad. He was tough. He's tough to score on, right? But I got drop stepper gold now, so I was able to drop step and make him pump fake, and then get him to jump and then go up quite a few times. So, we kind of beat them pretty good, right? We kind of beat them pretty good. I don't think I had like the greatest stats that game. I think I had I had 15 points, 16 rebounds, 3 blocks, 1 assist, right? So, we did pretty good. We had an A grade. So, and then we had pretty good stats. So that boosted us to a 1279, right? So that was pretty good in that game. So that's pretty much it. In the three days, right? Oh yeah. On that third day, we made a total of 22,652, right? So I don't even know how many times I did the AFK method. I did it a lot in day 6. or day 3 if you're following along in this episode. So the total we made was 22,652, right? For those that are following along. All right, next we'll get kind of a wrap up in my thoughts moving forward. So let's get into that. All right, y'all. So we're back with the wrap up real quick. As you can see, a few days ago, I started on level 71. As you can see right here, I am level 80 overall, right? So if we look at the total time spent to get to this point, right, it took me about 15 hours and 30 minutes of total gameplay. Right now, this was over a couple of days, right? So this was over about 6 days, right? So that meant I got daily quests in there. But your core quest that you need to do to even get to this point, you need to start there. You need to work on it, especially if you're starting out. Now, 15 hours, I think people can get that in 2 days realistically, right? And I didn't even know the method, the AFK method, until like day 5. So if I would have started at the beginning using that, I'm pretty sure I'll be up like an additional 30-40K, in my opinion, if I would have did it like how I thought I would have did it. All right, so let's look at the build real quick, y'all. All right, so right now I got 10K VC. Today I've been while I've been editing this video, I just been having my PS4 just go AFK all day. So easily did that 10 times, and then I did it on my PlayStation 5 like twice, right? So we at 10K right now. We finna be at 12 in a little bit. But anyway, all right, so you see I got my standing dunk up, so I'll be able to do standing contact dunks. Pro contact dunks, right? Like I told you guys before, I got my speed and excel up. I'll probably get my strength and my vert up to, I'm gonna get a vert up to a 70, right? And then I'll get my defensive rebound. Pretty much all my defensive stats are gonna be up pretty soon. I don't know, probably for episode 3, we probably might get to 80. Episode 3. This is episode 4. Episode 5 will probably be at 83 overall, right? So that will be after, maybe, let's see, 8 days of doing this. And like I say, if you starting off and you do the methods that I've shown, then you'll probably be there probably in 5 days. 5 days you could probably get to 80 realistically, no money spent, if you grind, you know what I mean? So definitely the methods that I share, or the methods that I showed before, are valuable, very valuable. I think the other thing I wanted to say is, if you're on PlayStation, Xbox is going to take you a little time, no doubt. You definitely got to do what I've been doing. But on PlayStation, if you have like a PS4, that is a cheat. If you're playing PS5 current gen, if you have PS4, that is a cheat code. If you have 2 systems, that is the cheat code. That is the way that you'll be able to maximize your ability, right? You'll be able to maximize your ability to generate VC AFK, and that's the power in having multiple consoles. If you got your PS5 and you sold your PS4, you let your little brother borrow it, or you let your cousin borrow it, or whatever. Either get that back, or see if you can save up $125 or $100, wherever, and see if you can get you a PlayStation 4 for cheap. And then, because that $100 that you would pay in buying VC, you're just investing it to that so that you'll never have to pay for VC again. My opinion, that's a great investment, right? I got like 2 PS4s, I got 2 Xbox Ones. My son's using one of them. I got a PS5, I got a Xbox Series S. So I got a lot of consoles, right? I've been working for a long time, so I can afford that. But for the people that can't afford that, right? Maybe you can use your older system, or maybe you can generate, cut some grass, wash some cars, set up, some type of service to where you can get money and get 100, and then you could do it like that. All right. So let's look at my badges real quick. My badges, I got 15 finishing, only got 2 shooting. Like I said, I'm working on getting that slippery off ball on gold, right? So 15 finishing. I just got fast twitch, got drop stepper gold, pro touch, slithery, fearless finisher, limitless takeoff, right? So we'll get a lot of badges finishing because it's our primary method of scoring. Okay. Playmaking, we don't have too many playmaking, y'all. So I just got vice grip on. And defense, we got 20 out of 29. So I'm working on getting anchor. I think, I already got anchor up. I could core this if I wanted to. So that's going to be real easy to core. And rebound chaser, I just unlocked it. So, you know, I haven't been able to use it and get any badge progress to it, but defensive and finishing will have that quick. And then what I'm thinking is after I get my defense up, the next thing I'm going to work on is going to be shooting, right? So I'm gonna get my shooting up to a 70, 76 or something like that. And then we'll be able to start shooting. It won't probably be by episode 6, but episode 7 will be shooting. So we'll be in a good place. Hopefully episode 6 will be like an 85. Hopefully we'll be able to do that. So like I said, the slippery off ball, definitely want to have this. Great for pick and rolling. Let's see, anything else? Everything else is pretty standard, y'all. Everything else is pretty standard. All right, so one thing I did notice, like I said, with the speed, I think, you know, I get a 65 max speed, 55 excel. I think that'll be perfect. One thing I noticed, like when you're playing the pick and roll, just getting in and out of your break, like I've always told people like this on defense, like switching over, especially on Hall of Fame, having good speed and good acceleration allows you to get in and out of your standstill state and kind of recover and be able to, you know, get a chase down or get in front of the player that you can get a nice little contested block. So I definitely recommend you guys doing that. So, but yeah, oh yeah. So moving forward, like I said, we were able to make, I think the minimum we want to make is 25K a day, y'all. 25K a day. That'll put us in the right way, I think. And then I'm not even accounting for, we don't even have endorsements yet. We haven't even finished the season where we can negotiate our contract and get more plus endorsements. So, you know, once we start getting endorsements, that'll increase the amount we make per game, right? And then one thing I noticed, y'all, we can look at the quest real quick. So as I progress, you know, as you progress the main quest, right, it unlocks a lot of the side quests, right? So look at my dailies now. I get Street Ball with J. Cole. That's 500. I play with games with J. Cole, right? Then J. Cole got another challenge. Like once I go to Dreamer Park, I'll be able to unlock that. Like the first challenge he had was I had to get 150 points plus contested mid-range shots plus contested deep shots, right? So you have to add all that together to get 150, but each game you do is like 400 VC. So it took me 12 games to complete that. So that was like 4,500, right? And I'm not using any Gatorade. I'm not using any boost, right? Plus I get the 750 on top of that, which isn't a lot, but once you start putting all these together, that's 500 for doing this, 750 for J. Cole in total, plus how many games it takes, right? You could do the Mountain Dew on the Mountain Dew. I would say do these Mountain Dew challenges, Adidas challenges with a friend, so you can knock that out. I probably won't be doing this because it's just going to take too much time, right? Then you got this Tina and Lance quest, right? And you'll take a picture doing your skateboard skills. That's 500 VC. So where are we at? That's 1750 just off a daily quest, right? Then we got Madison, a quest for Madison. This will be easy. It's another 500 VC. So where are we at? 2250, right? So that's a free 2250 plus how many games it takes for us to do J. Cole. So this is easy, a 4K day just off of the dailies. We're not gonna get into the weeklies. The weeklies are hit and miss. It depends on what you can do. You know, that's not even a lot, right? So you get 4K from the daily. Then if you're doing the AFK method, right, you can make as much as you are present to make. You can make as much as 3,600 an hour if you have 2 consoles, right? You can make 1,100 an hour AFK, 1,800 an hour, 1 console per console, right? If you're doing 2 minutes. So you see what I'm saying? That's 4K plus let's say you only could do it. Let's say you only make 3,600 from that particular method, right? So that's 7,600 VC, right? Plus the games that you play, that'll be another 4,500, right? So you're looking at 12,000 just on that alone. So you could do 12K a day, 2.5, 3 hours grinding. I mean, that's not bad, y'all. That's not bad in my opinion at all, For my people that have a little more time, you just do the method. And oh, I forgot to mention before I let y'all go in this video. I know this video is long, but you know, it's a lot I had to go over, a lot I want to get into. But anyway, my man Gibson, shout out to my man Gibson. He gave me a method that I'm gonna try on, but it only works on current gen. So, you know, if you're on Xbox, you may be able to do this. You should be able to do it on Xbox, right? If you have a current gen version, you should be able to do it on current gen, right? So you can do it on Xbox and PlayStation if you play the current gen version. But he gave me a method that you can make, I think he said, let's see, every 6-7 minutes, you can make about 780 VC. So if you do 780 times 10, right? You can make, I said times 10, yeah, you can make about 7,000 in an hour, right? 7,000 in an hour, right? Plus, if I was playing, like that would be on my PlayStation 4 or current gen. So I let that run and then do my stuff on PlayStation 5 so I can make like 10, 12K an hour. Not even count, that's when I'm playing. Let's say I play for 2.5, 3 hours. Let's say 3 hours, right? And that's running AFK, right? So 3 hours, let's do the math real quick, y'all. 3 hours times 7,800, that's 23, right? Plus the amount that I'm getting. And let's say I'm getting about, let's say I get 4K an hour times 3, right? That'll be 12,000, right? And let's say I run my AFK method, right? Do both consoles, right? I do my AFK method for 3 hours, so that's 3 times 3,600, right? 3 times 3,600 is what, 10,000? 10,000 plus 35, 40, right? It's 46,000. So then I have 3 or 4 hours where I'm totally AFK during the day. Let's say 4. So that's 4 times 2,200. That'll be 8,800. So 8,800 plus 46,022. Bam, that's 55,000 VC in a day, y'all. So that's gonna be our target. We're gonna try to target 55K in one day, right? And see how long it takes. I'm gonna document that. We'll have that for episode 5. We're gonna do that for episode 5. See if we can get that 55K a day target, right? And then when we hit it, then we'll know, you know, we in there, y'all. We in there. So that's it for this video. This went long enough, y'all. I hope you guys appreciate the video. Hopefully everything makes sense. 2K Mechanics signing out. Appreciate you guys for listening and watching. And I will catch you guys on the next episode of No Money Spent. If you have a chance, check out the methods that we use in this video, in the previous videos, right? So you can have a clear picture on everything that I'm going over. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace, y'all.